Hey guys, welcome to part 6 of my Irish campaign. I've had a few queries about how often I'm going to upload these. It's pretty much as a bit at random really. As fast as I can play them, I will try and upload them. I intend to get a few sort of episodes worth of play done today, even if I don't upload them all today. So that should keep me going for the next couple of days in case I can't get a game out. So let's get this started. So again, quick review. Norway's again captured the majority of England, but they still keep going into rebellion every so often. France seems to have had a split away nation show up in the middle of it, so they're busy fighting that, but at the same time they're still pushing down into Spain, who seems to have united into 3 large settlements. The Muslim kingdom down here, and these 2 are Christian, with this one not expanding at all since it started. Nothing really interesting happening across North Africa. Byzantine Empire is again being assaulted by these guys down here, just pushing up, taking the territory. Someone helpfully put the date Constantinople fell in the comments of one of my previous videos, and it seems it's outside the play era, so these guys should technically last all the way through, but obviously that depends from game to game. Not much happening over here with the pagans. I can confirm you can't play any of these nations, as they're all classed as pagan, for the same reason you can't play any of the Muslim nations. And then there's not much happening at all in Scandinavia. Sweden might be pushing down into Denmark, actually, by the look of it, but they've had long enough, so it's not that surprising. So let's get back to Ireland. So we just captured this county here, and these are my mercenaries for hire, who I need to make use of quickly before I run out of money. So I'm going to press another claim on here, even though that loses me some reputation with every Christian kingdom, as we're currently under truce. But I'm quite isolated on this island, so the chance of this lot declaring anything against me is hopefully quite remote, but it's famous last words. So let's get this started. Okay, I have to declare war on his liege. There we go. Ducal claim on this one. So now this is because I own the title for the dukedom in here. And this county's supposed to be a part of it, but I don't own it, so I can now press a claim on it. So you can see the war's already started. Let's send these guys in. What I can do is I need this guy to start fabricating claims elsewhere. Speed this up a bit. So one of my daughters is complaining she's not married. Apparently I'm going to find her someone nice. So let's see, who have we got? So I could marry him off to my vassal. We'll go with that one. He's a bit young, but you know, it's all in his interest. So another pope has died. That's just my marshal telling me he's doing an amazing job as usual. Just gives me a bonus to how many troops I can recruit or how quickly they replenish when I lose them. So one thing I really need to keep an eye on is my monthly gold, because if it gets to 0, these guys will likely revolt and turn on me and fight for the opponents if they have enough money, or just disappear entirely. So it's onto the siege. So in an attempt to speed this up, I'm going to have them force an assault. So my Duke loses the trait content, he wants more out of life. So anyway, so what these guys do is, you can't do this straight away normally, you have to build up your siege equipment for a couple of days before you can assault castles. But you do take heavy losses doing it. I'm just doing it to try and maximise the use of my mercenaries, which may have been pushed a bit too far in this case, so I'm going to have to reinforce them now. So yeah, that siege was a defeat. See, so we still own the castle we just captured, but the secondary one is still going. My monthly balance has now gone up. Is the second castle down? I've no idea who that was. Ah, that was my character's mother, or possibly the new wife of... Yeah, it's not his direct mother. His mother was the first wife of the previous duke. So we've now captured every castle in this province. What I am going to try, as this is quite a small kingdom, is I'm going to attempt to siege both of these until I own all of his castles, and then see if I can gain more than one province in his surrender. So effectively whether I can wipe him out in one go, or if I have to keep doing this one province at a time. So this is a bit of exploration for me as well as you guys. So the mercenaries are currently killing off this last army while my troops siege the other castles. And we've captured the bishop, who was leading the army that was defending there. Again, for those who didn't notice in the previous versions, this little symbol here means that he doesn't have enough troops to siege the castle he's trying to. So you can see he's got 55 attackers and we've got 225 defenders. So they will just stand there and do absolutely nothing. So we've got a fight going on here, which we seem to be winning easily. So let's see, what's this? The Pope has made a new religious military order, the Knights of St. John. So this would allow you, when you go into look at your military, you now got the holy orders down here. So you can hire these for a cost in piety as opposed to money, but then they do have a monthly cost in gold. The downside to this is you can only use them to fight against Muslims. If you use them to fight against other Christian kingdoms, I think they get extremely upset and either disband or rebel or something along those lines. but it seems you have to wait till you get to about the Crusades time to be able to start using these units. So here comes the peace offer. Let's see what he's offering. So he's offering that all of this territory, I believe, comes under my rule. Maybe not. No, the Earl Connaught Barwood, which is just the guy in the province that we've captured. So currently I'm going to decline that and carry on beating him up. So one thing that seems important in this game is to read the little details, otherwise you assume something and then it bites you in the ass later. So this siege is nearly half done. In here we haven't got enough troops to siege because the mercenaries have depleted themselves down too much. Which is why we've also got so much money coming in. What I do is raise some troops in there just to keep that army. Didn't go so well, and I believe that's because I have a level 0 general trying to lead the centre of my army. So this is saying my vassal's been raised too long, which would be this army that's currently fighting, but tough. They're busy doing a job. So you can disband these guys now. Oh no, okay, I've got to get them back into friendly territory first. Otherwise you lose some troops when you disband it. And they can conveniently finish off that small army in the process. So the defenders sally out, kill some of my troops, lose a few of their own, gain a load of morale. It's unfortunate, but it seems to happen quite regularly now, compared to the demo where I've never seen it before. And now we're being attacked by raiders. This all just picks away at your sieging army, unfortunately. But they seem to be doing well enough. They've captured 2 castles. So now my army's been diseased and takes more losses. That's interesting. The mercenary captain's managed to increase the numbers in his army. I'm not quite sure how he's doing that. Maybe he's recruiting from the locals or something. It's still going up. Okay, so this second province has now fallen. So I can send my troops in to finish off the last one. Just see what we get out of doing this. I'm hoping it allows you to just conquer the entire region, but you never know. Technically I don't have a claim on the entire region. Any new lands I get I'm going to have to give out. As you can see, my size up here has now reached maximum. Okay, what's this? A betrothed character can marry. Okay, so when I said to marry this guy, well, this daughter to the kid in Scotland, it doesn't actually go through until he comes of age. So we'll do that now. So you can see all your titles along here. So I've got 3 dukedoms and a load of counts. So as I was saying, I won't be able to take control of these personally. But I can always give them out to somebody, or potentially swap out one of the ones I do own that isn't quite so good, and give the lesser one to somebody whilst keeping one of these. But none of them seem particularly well infrastructured. So as you can see up here, this is all the incomes from my various places. This little window here is usually hidden, but I've pulled it out and locked it out. So it gives some quite useful information on where your different armies are, how your sieges are progressing, what the people in your court council are doing, and just your income in general. So this guy's asking to lower taxes for the cities. So if I do that, this guy will like me, and all the taxes will drop a level. So tax for cities are currently sat at normal, and if I say it's an absurd request, loads of people dislike me. I'm going to go with it's an absurd request. So the final siege of my experiment's coming to a close. So let's see what happens here. So what happens once I capture all of these castles? And the answer seems to be not a lot directly. But if we now go and try and enforce some demands on him. So I still only gain that there. Let's see what other options I have. Not a lot. So I'm just going to have to accept that I only get this county, it seems. It's under the ownership of the guy that I defeated. He seems to like me for some reason. Which reminds me, I'm sure I put someone in prison. Yes, I did. So he works for my vassal, so I'm going to release him now, as he was captured in battle and didn't do anything particularly bad against me. Although I could ransom him for 25 gold. Excellent. That's a way of making money. I can create a title, which is the Kingdom of Ireland, I believe. So it costs 235 gold, 200 piety, and I gain 400 prestige. So yep, I'm creating the Kingdom of Ireland. So I'm now the King of Ireland. So if we look at the independent realms. Excellent. I wonder if this will help me press claims or not. I'm not entirely sure. It seems not. But it may allow me to do things like making these guys vassals, so I can offer vassalization. So we ask him to become a vassal. There's a small difference in ranks which he dislikes. He has some base reluctance, but then my power just swamps him, so he's going to say yes. So the guy who we ransomed has paid his money. The little prince, or the little guy down here, has accepted my offer for vassalization, so he now swears fealty to me and comes under my control. So then we have this guy here. If I tried to offer it to him, he says no, mainly because of his opinion of me. But that's fine by me, because with a kingdom this size, he's going to get stomped on. So let's redeploy my Chancellor. Just clear all these little messages that don't really mount up to much. And now my troops are back in friendly territory. I'm going to disband them and get rid of those mercenaries. So they're now available for hire by anyone, but it's key to note when you're hiring mercenaries how much money they have here, or how many units they have here. If it says 0, it generally means they're in the hire of somebody else, so it's not that they have no army, it's that it's out somewhere. But you want to try and make sure you get one that's at full strength. So you can see our guy now has a crown on his head, as does his wife. I still haven't quite worked out why it goes to the grandson instead of my other son, but he's ill at the moment. So he has a massive negative opinion of me at the moment. So we're back to playing the waiting game of this Chancellor again now. Let's have a look at the other regions. I can imprison somebody, but we'll just carry on looking at the regions first quickly. I'll pause this. You see France is continuing its push down here. Norway's still got control of all of that. Scotland seems quite happy doing whatever it's doing. Wales is somehow holding out against the Norwegians, but they have become a united realm as well. Roman Empire's not doing too much, it seems. And the Byzantines seem to have kicked back a lot of the Muslim nations. Other than that, it's all pretty much the same. So we're probably the biggest change on the world map now. You can see you've got Ireland with these two little counties just left. So phase 1 of my Irish plan is nearly complete. Oh, sorry, we had someone to imprison, or potentially imprison. Let's have a look. So, not quite sure what she's been up to, so if we have a look in our intrigue tab, you can see some plots. So it's her here. She's trying to kill one of my other courtiers. What's this here? Ah, so the county of Desmond down here is having some intrigue amongst itself. Because this guy doesn't like me, my guy doesn't like him. I'm not really sure why I should be bothered about him getting assassinated then. So one of my sons has come to legal age and he's Midas touched. So let's see what that does. So apparently he never seems to run out of funds and he's an excellent choice for a steward. And apparently he's a really good mentor to children destined to become administrators. So it might be worth keeping an eye on that. So he's got 10 stewardship. What's my current steward got? I seem to remember he's pretty poor. 7. And he immensely dislikes me. So we're going to replace him. Although my son seems to dislike me even more. So this is the bishop who's in the province up here somewhere, trying to get a claim for his duke on some land. His duke being my son-in-law, which is the Scottish prince. Who somehow owns the county of Ross, which is way up there. So it might be the Scottish trying to make a power play on Ireland. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, I have some unlanded sons. So let's give this guy some land. Now, who do we want to give him? Dublin's producing the least gold, so it's the smallest loss to me, so we'll give him that one. So now we have a vassal that might revolt, which is him. But if he does so, he's going to get his ass kicked and end up like his brother, who ended up jailed and dead. So yes, this Scottish duke is trying to press a claim in Ireland. Apparently I have a claim on the province here now. On behalf of my vassal, so that would be this guy down here. So let's go. So vassal might revolt still, and the betrothed can marry. This was marrying my daughter off to somebody, so yep. Anyway, raise the armies. Okay, not quite sure what's happening there. Somebody's attacking him, which I believe might be related to this guy, but I don't seem to be able to do anything about them, which is a bit odd. It might be an interwar between the various factions that are under me as a king. But unfortunately that's my half hour up, so we'll have to continue this in what I believe is part 7. So hopefully you'll continue to watch.